What I do is a combination of things. I talk to people about education. I listen to the kids to get the information that I'm trying to deliver to the people. I write a lot, and I make video games that help people learn, especially kids.
When you compare games to books or television, what makes games so much more powerful when it comes to learning and involvement?
Games have goals very clearly, and the fact that they have goals like leveling up, for example, means that people will practice things that normally they wouldn't practice, but they'll do something to get to the next level, like kill 1,000 orcs. Well, when you kill 1,000 orcs, you really learn orc killing very well. The next thing is that they're adaptive, and next to connectivity, adaptivity is really the power of the computer for learning. It says, let's make this just for you. And the decision making is, games make you make a decision every half a second. And people really like that. The idea, some people think of a game as a series of satisfying decisions that lead to a good conclusion. So those elements, combined with the competition and collaboration that are in the games, make them really much more powerful than just sitting on a seat taking something in.
Progress in technology is changing so rapidly, and we can't stop it from happening. It's happening at Mach speed. It seems harder to grab and hold a person's attention. What does it take to get the attention of a child?
It takes a lot, because they know, whether it's conscious or subconscious, they know that people are spending millions of dollars to get their attention, whether it's on the TV program or the game or the song or whatever it is. So there are very highly produced things, and those production values are focused on getting their attention. That said, I don't think that you always have to spend millions of dollars to do this, because I think that if you present somebody with something interesting, unusual, a decision that's hard, they will then become engaged. The kids today want to have the choices. They want to make the decisions. They know they're in charge. They know in ways that they couldn't do in the past that whatever they decide is going to determine who they are. So it's their music that's on their iPod. It's their color. It's their TV. It's who's on their buddy list. It's all about their choices. Mm-hmm. And that, I think, to the extent that you let people make the choices, you're going to really engage them.
You said that students need to be engaged to be involved in schoolwork. And this brings up another conversation that's out there when it comes to games and television and media and children. In your opinion, what are the rules of engagement?
Well, I like the term rules of engagement because I really think there are a small number of things that help. The first is to have a goal that people want to reach. And whether that goal is solving a mystery or getting to the end of a game, they will put forth the effort they need. It also helps if whatever it is adapted to them, so it makes it easier for them. If they are having trouble or difficulty or they're struggling, we make it easier. If they are having an easy time, we make it harder. Therefore, it keeps them in that zone where they feel, I can get there if I only try harder. Right. Third thing is making decisions. People love to be actively involved with things and make decisions, and we don't do a lot of that either in school or in television until recently, where we have people vote, or even in books. So the last thing is some form of competition and collaboration, and it's the mix of those two and getting that right that really motivates people.
What do you think the future looks like in the next 5 years?
Well, I think it's going to look really different for adults and for kids. And the adults won't see all that much change. Their devices will get smaller. They will, because adults are typically resistant to change, so they don't move so quickly as the new things come. I think the kids will see enormous change. I think they'll see kinds of products and they will adapt, and as a new idea comes, they will latch onto it, and that they will see pretty much everything in their life distributed, taken care of, mediated in some way by technology. One of my favorite quotes is from a guy named Charles Handy, and he says that people like to walk into the future backwards because it's an uncomfortable way to walk, but it lets them look at familiar things as long as possible. So people like the familiar. It's very hard, except for young people, because they're growing up in an age of rapid change. If you think about how most adults grew up, there was a period of time where very little changed. Same houses, same cars, same jobs, same everything. Then digital technology snuck in, and that's very threatening to a lot of people. but it's empowering to the young people because they see themselves as being part of this era of rapid change. So they're frustrated when they don't get the change, and that's a real difference.